Hello everyone! September has been absolutely packed with gaming news. We had games that launched territory broke the internet, classic studio retiring from the shadows, sport games rewriting the rules, and some wide pop culture crossovers.
This mission will be Naked Snake. I'll be referring to you as Snake from now on.
Let's start with the biggest headline of the month. Hollow Knight Silksong. After several years of waiting, the sequel finally launched on September 5th. And demand so was high that it literally crashed online storefronts. Steam, Nintendo eShop, PlayStation Store, and Xbox Marketplace all experienced outrage in the opening hours. Sites like Down Detector recorded thousands of errors, reports with minutes. Players were refreshing furiously, trying to complete their report herself. Some even joked online that getting into the store was the game's first boss fight. But once people get through, the numbers spoke for themselves. Steam showed over 100 active players in the first half hour. Later it raised to the half million. For context, this is higher than many AAA games on the launch day. And this came from the Team Cherry, a 3-person included indie studio from Adelaide, Australia. And it's just $20. Silksong is also more affordable than big budget titles, making it accessible to a huge audience. Success also pushed the original Hollow Knight back into the charts, with thousands of players discovering reportedly the classic. This launch is already being studied as a case for how massive fan demand can overwhelm the digital infrastructures, and how indie passion projects can outshine big studios. But Silksong wasn't the only blast from the past making waves. Do you remember Tokyo Xtreme Racers, the cool Japanese street racing series that dominated PS2 era? Developer Genki went quiet for almost 2 decades, but now, out of nowhere they are back. In early September, Genki quietly released a new Tokyo Xtreme Racer on Steam, and fans went wild. Game instantly became the best retail racing game of 2025 with a 96% of positive ratings from players. Launch strategy was clever. Early access players got the game for $30, but on September 25 the price jumped to $50. Limited discount window drove thousands of sales almost overnight. What makes this reveal special is how it respected the roots of the franchise. Longtime fans recognize the classic midnight freeway duels, but the modern engine brings crisp visual, smoother handling, and expanded car customization. For many gamers, this wasn't just another racing release. It was the return of the forgotten piece of their childhood, and it proves that sometimes patience pays off. And now, speaking of returns, let's talk about sport gaming evolving this year. NBA 2K26 launched on September 5, and while every brings improvements, this edition is truly game-changing. Powered by the new dynamic motion engine and enhanced playflow tech. Players move and animated with unpredicted realism. It's smoother, more feelable, and honestly, pretty jaw-dropping to watch. But the headline feature is the WNBA is finally fully integrated into My Team mode. That means you can build roster combining NBA and WNBA athletes. Want to see Caitlin Clark throw distance to Stephen Curry, or Shaq and Angel Rose dominating the paint together? Now you can. Developers confirmed that WNBA stars have been balanced stats, ensuring fair and competitive play. Fans online are praising the move as one of the most progressive steps the series has taken in years. Beyond that, there is new My Career storyline, updated city hubs, and deeper online seasons. But WNBA crossover is what really has made people talking. Not just as the novelty, but as the way to sharply respect the growth of the women's basketball. From cards to concert, Fortnite has its own headline-grabbing events this month. In early September, the Copperbox Arena in London was transformed into House of the Kong, a collaboration between Fortnite and VTuber band Gorillaz. The pop-up mixed live music, gaming and interactive art. Fans could play Fortnite on site, joining giveaways, watch live streams and enjoy DJ sets and Gorillaz performance. Event blurred the lines between concert, party and gaming expo. Epic has been pushing Fortnite beyond just a battle royale, taking it into a cultural hub. We have seen concerts, movie premieres, and now hybrid events like this. Gorillaz were a perfect fit, given their digital band identity. Social media was flooded with the clips, and fans are already asking, who's next? Could we see other bands or artists hosting similar Fortnite themed experience? And that wasn't even Fortnite only headline this month. Streamer Kai Cenat made headlines with he accidentally leaks his own Fortnite icon series skin on Steam. Epic Games responded quickly with a sync word on X, leaked. The official release took things even further. Skin was projected across the massive Las Vegas sphere, showing off Kai Cenat game model and cosmetic, including a modern AMG crossover item. Kai Cenat bundle officially hit the Steam shop on September 20th for around 15 to 20 V-Bucks, 1000. Fans praised the design, and Kai himself celebrated with his community live on stream. It's another example of Fortnite blending gaming with streaming and real-world pop culture. Love it or hate, these collabs keep the game in the spotlight. From the new to the old, let's talk about legendary Remake smashing records. Metal Gear Solid Delta's Snake Eater launched on August 28, but it dominated September news by selling over 1 million copies in its first 24 hours. This remake of Metal Gear Solid 3 modernized visuals and audio while staying true to the original gameplay. Critics are divided. Some say it's too faithful, essentially a prettier version of the same game. Others argue that's exactly what fans wanted. For Konami, it's a massive win. This is their first big console release since 2018, and early success suggests that Metal Gear franchise will still huge pull. Fans debates online are intense. Some want completely reimagining mechanics, others prefer the classic feel. But either way, the sales prove that the nostalgia, when handled well, still sells in 2025. Now let's shift gears to the competitive side of the gaming. The PUBG Mobile World Cup 2025 wrapped an arena in early August and September, so the community is still buzzing for the result. Young Galacticos were crowded champions, with the Weibo Gaming and Alpha Gaming taking second and third place. The MVP title went to Aryobara Doc Dulonjon, whose clutch play secured his team win. Tournament was part of the broader Esport World Cup in Saudi Arabia, highlighting how global and high-tech mobile game has become. Prize polishing hit millions products value rivalization sports, and the fanbase contributed to growth especially across Asia and the Middle East.